And we do need them always, but they are helping us with on the international community, in the regional, in the region also. And this is also meet in way or another the efforts of enhancing the role of Turkey in the Middle East.
What are the barriers in front of a resolution for this Palestine issue?
Well, the issue, it's not that easy, you know, because we have to choose either to go to Security Council or to go to General Assembly. And if you go here, you know what's going to happen. And if you go there, you know what's going to happen. Now, the Americans, they say it openly, if you come to the Security Council, we are going to veto. So this means that you are not going to take a resolution or a decision from the Security Council. So what is better, to go to the General Assembly and getting a non-member state status, or to go to the Security Council and have American veto, and then you cannot go to the General Assembly to ask for recognition. In fact, it needs to be calculated in a very proper way, because sometimes the Americans, they will feel embarrassed if they use the veto. You see, so also, and you have to examine this issue. The situation not easy, as I told you, because really to go to the General Assembly, you have to have 2/3 to get the status of non-member state. And if you forget about the Security Council and go direct to the General Assembly, we will get a recognition of the majority, but we are not going to be a state, full member state. We are going to be a non-member state like Vatican. We are concentrating on the United Nations, the campaign. We have differences inside the Palestinian fractions. We didn't finalize the reconciliation yet. But all of us now, we agreed that we have to concentrate to go to the United Nations. In fact, after the finishing of this issue in the General Assembly, we have to go back again to talk about the reconciliation, about bringing the situation, get settled in Palestine and in Gaza.
Another problem you have is the settlements. What would you say about the Israeli settlements in Palestine, the occupied lands?
You know, through the international law, Israel as an occupying power, and through the Geneva Convention, Israel, the occupying power, they has no right to change anything in the occupied countries. So the Israelis are confiscating the land, building new settlements, planting new settlers. So all what the Israelis is doing is a violation of human rights, violation of international law. You see, so all what is done by the Israelis is illegal.
Some people in Israel and some scholars are talking about a kind of population exchange between Arab citizens of Israel and the settlers. Do you think this will ever happen?
No. Will never take place because, first of all, the historical Palestine is, the Israelis, they get 78% of it in 1948. And in this situation, they violate the resolution 181, which divides Palestine almost 50-50 between the Israeli, for the two states, the Arab state and the Israeli state. Now, if you want to exchange the population from here and here, then you will give the whole territories to the Israelis. But the Palestinians who are Israeli citizens now, they will not accept to leave their country, their houses. This issue is over. Nobody can make any transfer for the people from one place to another place. You see? But the settlers in West Bank, and the Palestinians, the Arabs who are in Israel, they are in their houses, they are in their villages. You see, they are in their country. But the Israelis who are the settlers who are in the West Bank, they are not in their houses, they are not in their country, they are not in their land. The land which they are building houses on it, over it, it is a confiscated land from the Palestinians. So all these things is illegal.
Are you expecting a change in Israelis' domestic policy that would, in a way, that would contribute to the resolution of this conflict or to the release of conflict?
No, I don't think so.
It will never happen, you think?
I don't think so, because in the end, you know, political leaders in Israel, either they are from the west, from the left, or from the right, or from the middle. All of them, they have the Zionism policy to continue capturing the country, continue occupying the country.
What about the Israeli people? Can't you appeal to the feelings of ordinary Israeli citizens?
I do believe there is a big percentage of the Israeli population is in favor of peace, but they are not the decision makers.
And they can't put some pressure on the decision makers?
They are not doing anything. We are in the peace process since 20 years now. 20 years we are negotiating with the Israelis, and nothing moved, nothing achieved. And not because we don't want, because the Israelis don't want to achieve peace. They don't want to make reconciliation, historical reconciliation with the Palestinians.
Is there anyone who is benefiting from the status quo, and if so, why?
Israel itself has benefit from this. When you keep these countries in a chaos, or there is no, the situation is not settled, this means you don't have the opportunity for more developments in the country, in these countries. And you know, when the Arab people became more, the countries developed and the people more cultured and so on, so this means that the Israelis will find themselves in a risk. So because of this, they love to have or to see the Arabs divided, fighting each other.
Are you implying that they are behind the Arab Spring?
No, I don't think so, because the Israelis, they want these regimes to be continuing. And Israel, they don't like more democracy or more freedom in the Arab side. Because if there is more democracy, this means that we will have new regimes, we will have more freedom, we can talk openly about the situation of Israel. But now all these regimes is controlling the people and didn't allow them to face the Israelis in one way or another.
We interviewed Syrian ambassador in Ankara last week, and it seems that he claimed that he had some proof about involvement of international forces, international conspiracies in his country, and one of the countries involved in the mutiny in Syria was Israel.
I don't want to talk about internal situation in this country or that country, but you have to know always the people is on the right track. And the people, they have the right to do what they want. They are asking for their freedom, and they have the right to have it.
And from this chaos, from the ashes of the old regimes, you believe that new democracies will emerge in the Middle East?
Of course, yes. It's going. It will take time, but we'll have it.
And do you think Turkey is a kind of model for these newly emerging democracies if they ever emerge?
Everybody talks about this issue, but in the end, I think there is, in each country, there is a local circumstances there, which makes more democracy like Turkey, but you shouldn't be sure, you are not be sure that they will have the same model in the other countries.
Mr. Ambassador, do you have one final remark for our audience?
No, thank you for giving me this opportunity to appear through your channel. And of course, I can say something that through you, I want to say thanks for Turkey, Turkish people, Turkish government, for their help and support to Palestine.
Thank you very much for joining us indeed.
Thank you.
This was the Diplomats. I'm Shakirdin Shahin. Today we discussed about recent developments in the Middle East with Palestinian ambassador, His Excellency Mr. Nabil Maruf. Thank you very much for watching us. Stay tuned on 6 News. Goodbye.